Hello everyone, Amanda here. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to share a clean and simple journal cover idea. You can make this with whatever papers that you like or embellishments or anything, but the basic layout is very simple and it's taken from card making. So I'm using the Soft Autumn collection, okay, and it's very, very beautiful. The journal's nearly done. Okay, I'm keeping it clean and simple. It's nearly done. I've just got to design something from inside the cover, but today we're going to decorate the front. So I've chosen a background paper from the collection that's as plain as possible and not too bright, because you want the background to be in the background and you want your decorations to be what catches the eye. So I've picked a very, very neutral one, and I've cut this to 1/8 of an inch shorter on the width and on the height than my cover. Okay, so whatever size your cover is, cut this 1/8 of an inch shorter. So you've got a very tiny border. Okay, so I'm going to glue that on first using my colour, which is running out, and I'm using this glue because it's a little bit more fluid and it doesn't dry as fast, so I've got time to get it on there and it spreads out nicer. I also use the Nuvo glue from Tonic, but I find that dries really quick, and if you're covering glue on a large piece like this, if a glue dries out too quick, it can leave just hard marks. I'll be able to spread that out because it doesn't dry as quick. Okay, so I'm going to layer that on, and I'm going to make sure I've got a lovely even border all the way around, and then I'm going to gently spread inwards towards the middle with my bone folder and make sure that that is all down. Okay, hopefully I don't have any seepage. I do tend to use too much when I use the collal. So I'm going to really make sure that that's down to make sure there's no bubbling, no lifting, and that haven't got ripples where the glue's been. That's really, really important. Okay, and I've left this more or less till last because I'm using white cardstock, and I'm mindful that, you know, I have a messy desk. I don't, you know, scrub it clean with bleach every time I use it. So white cardstock's easy to get a little bit grubby. Okay, so I've left this bit till last. There we go, that's down beautiful. Then I've taken a coordinating, so it's the same pattern, but it's in a much brighter colour. Okay, and this piece measures 3 by 3. And then I'm bringing in a piece of gold card. Now, if you don't have gold card, you can skip that, and you could maybe layer up with another background paper that coordinates instead. Okay, and this needs to measure, what have I measured it at? 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Have I done it 1/8 of an inch bigger? Let's have a look. I have. So this is 3 by 3, 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, both squares. Okie dokie. So all you need to do now is get these two pieces, and you're going to cut them corner to corner, and you're going to end up with 2 equally sized triangles. Obviously, Amanda. Okay. All right, and then we're going to do the same with the gold card. And you've guessed it, the pattern paper is going to layer right over the top. Okay, now this is where you want to be a little bit more careful with your glue. Can you see where I've been doodling with my silver and my gold pen? So you want to be a little bit more careful with your glue here. So here I am using the Nuvo, and I'm using the Sweet Petunia glue press. And that's because it gives out a very small amount of glue. I don't want that glue seeping onto my gold card. It may well do anyway, but I'm trying to avoid it. Okay, I'm going to try my best. So I'm gluing this piece, but I'm not gluing it right up to the very edge, because then as I press, the glue will spread. Okay, etc, etc. Layer that on there, and you'll just have a tiny, tiny gold border. So you've got a little bit of a border and a little bit of, you know, ooh la la, as I like to sometimes say, without it being in your face. Okay, you could layer gold card under here as well, but I feel like that's a big waste of gold card. unless you're clever and you cut it out, but then you have lips and there's a whole set of problems. Just use paper. Okay. So, I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to show all the boring bits. If you don't like it, you can either mute my voice or you can fast forward it. But you never know, I might say something really interesting and you'll miss out. I've splodged that all over my gold card. Try not to get it on your gold card like I just did, okay? If you do, wipe it away quickly. Even a clear drying glue will look like a dog's dinner on a piece of gold card. Okay, so be careful. Okay. And it is a tiny, tiny, tiny border. So just be mindful of that. It is tiny, so you need to get it in the right place. And you need to make sure you've cut your squares really, really well. It looks like mine's a little bit off, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay. Progress over perfection. It's only paper. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to glue one to the top left corner and one to the bottom right corner. Very, very simple. Nothing complicated. Don't need any special tools or special skills. And I'm going to leave a small increment, very small increment. I'm trying to keep these increments more or less the same. So whatever gap I've got between this paper and the cover there, I'm going to try and have the same sort of a border there so that it's all kind of like the same. Okay. Okay, dokey. All right. So I thought I'd do a quick video today. And then I'll hit you with the next video because we're going to do a little bit of interaction on the inside cover. I'm not sure what that interaction is going to be yet. My brain hasn't produced that for me yet, but it will. I'm confident in the power of my brain. I'll think of something. Okay. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow along. And I will save this video to the Journal Enjoy 2025 playlist. I'll link that in the description box below. All the videos relating to the journals that I make that are made from my collections are in there. Right, so now I'm going to get the card. And I've chosen this one. Now, I inked this previously in Vintage Photo. And then I decided to use shadow grey on the rest of the journal, but I don't want to waste it, so I'm going to use it. It doesn't matter. It still looks okay. All right, and I'm going to put this down first. I'm not layering this on gold because you can, well, you can if you want, but you can do too much, can't you? Sometimes less is more. And gold card, you know, it's not the cheapest, so we're using it frugally. And I'm going to put it sort of in the middle. I'm going to try and make sure I've got an even space there and an even space between those so that it's pleasing to my wonky eye. Don't matter if it's not perfect. We're not getting the ruler or the spirit level out or anything silly like that. Then I've got a selection of my embellishments, okay? And this is where this is the fun bit. This is where you can do whatever you want with all sorts of embellishments in this collection. We've got the little truck there. We've got the watering can. Any of these would look nice. So you choose what you like. I've chosen the ones that I like. So for the bottom here, I'm having this one, okay? And I'm just going to plan how I'm going to put it before I add my glue, because I don't want any of these pieces here protruding over the edge of my journal. I like my journals to be functional, and I don't want that getting beat up over time on my bookshelf. But I also want these leaves kind of overlapping on here, okay? Oh, it sounds a lot more complicated than it is, all right? Just plan. Do a trial run and see where you like the lay of things, okay? I've already done a trial run when you weren't looking. If you can hear my dog doing a little woof in the background, he's fine. He's just dream woofing. It does that a lot in my craft room. Dream woofing. Hopefully he's dreaming about, you know, chasing a squirrel or eating a treat or something cute. All right, so now I'm going to place that very carefully. Okay, and I'm going to press down here, but I'm not pressing there yet because I'm going to layer something under it. So I'm just going to press all of that. And then I've got this stack of pumpkins here, which is super cute. So I'm going to layer my embellishments. I'm going to tuck this underneath. Okay, I'm gluing it all down carefully so that when I'm taking this journal in and out of my bookshelf with all of my other beautiful journals that I can't bear to part with, I'm not emotionally ready yet, then it won't get beat up. Okay, so make sure you add plenty of glue. And I'm chucking that in there like so, and so I've got this lovely stacked look going on. I'm going to make sure that that's all pressed down really firmly so that none of it lifts and gets beat up. And then I'm going to add a butterfly, because it's never enough in Amandaland. You've always got to add more, and I'm going to add this butterfly. It's nice to have them popping off with the wings, you know, loose like that, and just glue the bottom. But again, over time, that could get beat up and it could get spoiled. And I know because I've done it. So I'm going to glue this down flat. And I'm just going to put it where I think it looks nice, which is about there. So I've got like a layered look there. And I think that's really pretty. Okay. We've already got a word on here, so we don't need another word. Okay. And then I've chosen another embellishment. Now I could just go for mirror image of the exact same embellishment, because I do have one that's mirror image, and I could do that. Okay. But, you know, this one's quite a big cluster, so I want something decent there. So I'm picking another one from the collection, which is here. And I'm just going to plan the angle of it, because I do want it overlapping here, but I don't want it covering a face up. Okay. So I'm just going to see what angle I can have it at and whereabouts I can have it. And I'm just doing a little bit of planning before I stick it down. Okay. Just a little bit. More of this glue, and this is where this tool comes in handy, because it helps you be more precise and it helps you control how much glue's coming out. Okay, but are they worth the money? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't say rush out and buy one. Does it help with your hands? It helps me, but I think if you had, it helps me with my hand-eye coordination. I think if you had really weak hands, you're not gaining anything, really, because you've still got to squeeze that, okay? So it's horses for courses. It's one of them tools that you'll either find really useful or you won't. It's as simple as that, like anything else. Okay, oops. Okay. Now, I would really like some gems, but have I got any? No, I don't think so. Not in the right colours. Let's have a look. There's some of these gems I've had for absolute years. I don't think I've got anything. Do those green ones go? Them green ones are quite pretty, aren't they? They're Christmas ones from about 50 years ago. Curious. I've got these, but I don't have enough of them. I don't think. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I could maybe. I think those are a little bit bright, aren't they? Let's have a look at these. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I want them staggered in size, you see. So let's have a look. Could have. Are they going to stay on over time, though? Because I've had these a long time, that's the thing. So maybe I need to add a little bit of glue. Right, so I like to do these things in threes. Do I want them going down, or do I want them going across? I think I'll go down. Okay, so I'm going to put one there. One there. This is obviously really optional. Okay, you might not want to put this much effort in. I'm not even sure I want to. I'm not sure I want to. But I just feel like it adds a little bit of something, something. I don't have one of those, you know, those gem tools, those pickup tools. Don't have one. So I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, using my little pig trotter fingers, okay? And I'm not going to mess with the glue too much if it's splodged, because it will dry clear and you won't see it. Okay. And this is an ode to Jenny, who is on my design team, who loves to put sparkles everywhere, and she does make me smile. She's lovely. So I thought, oh, I'll put some sparkles on for Jenny. If I can get, that one's glued to my finger, get off. Right, so those have moved now. All right. It would be easier with one of those thingies, but where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, I do want them. Let me have a look. That's straight. That'll do. That'll do. That's straight enough for me. And then I'm going to go to the other side here. So things always look nicer in sets of 3, I think. Okay. I think they do. What do you think? Do you think odd numbers look better? Or do you prefer even numbers? What's your preference? Tell me in the comments. Okay, so I'm probably turning my quick video into a longer video by messing about with these. But my favourite saying at the moment is the devil is in the detail. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But to me, I see it as a positive, not a negative. Meaning that, you know, if you make the effort, the tiny little details can be what makes something just look that little bit nicer. Okay? Not necessarily better, just nicer. And it's all about the amount of effort you're emotionally prepared to put into something. And I don't often do things like this. Okay? Because I'm not always emotionally prepared to put that effort in. Do I want some here as well? I don't know if that might be a bit much. What I'm going to do is just lay one there and see. I think I will actually, because these need using up. They're about, I'm not even joking, about 10 years old. Okay. Do I like that, or is it too much? I feel like I need it there now, because I'm a very symmetrical person. So if I do something at one side, I feel like I need to do it at the other side, and I don't have enough, I don't think. Do I? No, I do. Oh, blow it. I'm going to have to. No. No, Amanda, stop it. Stop it. Stop it off. Do I like those there? I don't know. I'll come back to that. What I'll do is I've not glued those down because I'm not 100% certain. So by not gluing those down, and I'm not even going to press them, I can prise them off if I think they don't look right. What do you think? Would you leave them, or is it too much? My brain wants to put some there, but I'm not. I'm not doing it. So there we go. That is a very, very quick and easy journal cover, front cover layout. Okay. And I think that looks really pretty. And I'm loving the little pop of gold just peeking out of there. So there you go. There's an idea. You are welcome to copy it exactly. Or maybe it will inspire you and give you an idea. You know, a start off point, and then you go and do your own thing. We've got the spine covered with the green, and I haven't covered the back yet. I'll probably cover the back with the green, the same. I will. I quite like, green's not my colour, but I'm quite liking it, matching these kind of autumnal soft colours. Okay, so I'll be back with another video when I've designed what's going here. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next video. Big love to you. Bye.